Good morning. This is a continuation of the previous class on infection control. Last class we have already dealt with introduction, vaccines for dental healthcare workers, personal barrier techniques for infection control, use and care of sharp instruments and needles. Today's class we are going to deal with sterilization or disinfection of instruments, cleaning and disinfection of the dental unit. So, sterilization or disinfection of the instruments. What is sterilization? Sterilization may be defined as any process that completely destroys all forms of the microbial life, either bacteria, fungi, virus, or the spores. If any living organism remains, the object is not sterile. Coming to disinfection, it is different from sterilization, where the liquid chemicals are used to destroy the pathogenic bacteria on inanimate surfaces such as floors, furniture, and walls. Dental instruments are classified into three categories: critical, semi-critical, and non-critical, based upon their risk of transmitting the infection and the need to sterilize them between use. Coming to critical instruments, surgical and other instruments that are used to penetrate the soft tissue or bone are classified as critical and should be sterilized after each use. These devices include forceps, scalpels, bone chisels, scalars, and burrs. Coming to semi-critical instruments. These instruments are mirrors and amalgam condensers. They don't penetrate the soft tissue or the bone, but they contact the oral tissues, and so they are classified as semi-critical. They should be sterilized after each use. If, however, sterilization is not feasible because the instrument will be damaged by heat, the instrument should receive a high-level disinfection. Critical and semi-critical instruments that will not be used immediately should be packaged before sterilization. Non-critical instruments. Instruments or medical devices such as external components of X-ray heads that come into contact only with the intact skin are classified as non-critical. Because these non-critical surfaces have a relatively low risk of transmitting the infection, they may be reprocessed between patients with intermediate level or low level disinfection. Sterilization agents can be divided into physical agents and chemical agents. Physical agents include heat and radiation. There are two types of heat: dry heat and moist heat. Direct flaming comes under dry heat. Steam under pressure, that is autoclaving, comes under the moist heat. Under the radiation, there are two types: ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. X-rays, cathode rays, and gamma rays are the ionizing radiation. UV rays is the non-ionizing radiation. Coming to the chemical agents, alcohols. Ethyl alcohol and isopropyl alcohol are some kind of alcohols. Coming to aldehydes, formaldehyde, glutaraldehyde. Disguvenides, phenols, surface active agents, metallic salts, and gases. Ethylene oxide, formaldehyde, beta-propiolactone are some of the gases. Instrument processing. So first, when all the sharps are disposed, they are transported and they will be received and sorted out into critical, semi-critical, and non-critical. First, the non-critical and the semi-critical, which are heat sensitive, will be sorted out and they will be sent for mechanical cleaning of the instruments, where high level of disinfectant will be used. After that, they will be stored in a dry protective area. Those instruments which are critical and semi-critical and which are highly heat resistant will be mechanically cleaned, they will be packaged, and they will be sent into the autoclave or for dry heat or chemiclave and allowing it to dry if they are wet, and then they will be stored in an unopened protected area. In case of hand pieces, they will be wiped externally and the burr will be removed from the hand pieces. Pre-sterilization, cleaning and maintenance should be done in cases of hand pieces. Autoclaving can also be done in some cases. Sterilization in endodontics. Hot salt sterilizer. It is used to sterilize absorbent points, brooches, files, reamers, and other root canal instruments which should be sterilized just before usage. In hot salt sterilizer, table salt is used. Contains small amounts of sodium silicoaluminate, magnesium carbonate or sodium carbonate, so it pours readily and does not become fused under heat. Salt should be changed weekly or more often depending on the degree of humidity. Cost effective as salt is cheap and it is easily available. Glass bead sterilizer. The glass bead sterilizer uses a metal cup with glass beads. Glass beads should be less than 1 millimeter in size because larger beads are not effective in transferring the heat due to large air spaces between the beads. The instruments to be sterilized are immersed into the heated up glass beads and left for a period of time which is specific for each instrument which is mentioned below. Root canal instruments for 5 seconds and absorbent points and cotton pellets for 10 seconds. In orthodontics, the wires can be sterilized by autoclave at 274 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Cold sterilization, sporidicin solution for 6 hours. Dry heat 375 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Wires used in dry heat are nitinol, TMA and 0.016 gauge wire, stainless steel gauged wire. The orthodontic wires are disinfected with iodophor for 10 minutes. Then they are wiped with alcohol gauze and then they are dried. Then they are placed into paper storage envelopes. Cleaning and disinfection of the dental unit. Clinical contact surfaces can be classified into 3 categories. Touch surfaces are directly touched and contaminated during the treatment procedures. Touch surfaces include dental light handles, dental unit controls, and chair switches. Transfer surfaces are contaminated instruments such as instrument trays. Splash, spatter, and droplet surfaces, countertops. Touch and transfer surfaces should be either barrier protected or cleaned and disinfected between patients. In the same time, splash, spatter, and droplet surfaces should be cleaned at least once daily. Impervious backed paper, aluminium foil, or plastic cover should be used to protect the items and surfaces like light handles or X-ray unit heads that may become contaminated by blood or saliva during the use and that are difficult or impossible to clean and disinfect. Between patients, the covering should be removed, discarded, and replaced after ungloving and washing of the hands with clean material. A chemical germicide classified as a hospital disinfectant and labeled for tuberculocidal, that is mycobactericidal activity, is recommended for disinfecting the surfaces that have been soiled with patient material. A fresh solution of sodium hypochlorite prepared daily is an inexpensive and effective intermediate level germicide. Low-level hospital disinfectants that are not labeled for tuberculocidal activity are appropriate for general housekeeping purposes such as cleaning floors, walls, and other housekeeping surfaces. Thank you. We'll continue the next part of this in the next class.